Hi guys, I'm Ashley and this is Kylie. She turned 7 months old today. We are going to give you a tour of her Montessori style playroom. So here's her toy shelf. On the toy shelf, we've got a variety of different things. I've got one of her stuffed animals here, a little elephant. In this basket down here, I have several items that make noise, just a couple of rattles, something that came in her first aid kit, a fun rattle she got when she was little, and then one that I actually made. It's just a old canister that I filled with macaroni, and then I hot glued the lid shut so she can get it open. She loves to pull that basket out and play with those. And then here I've got a little shape sorter with some blocks in it. She loves to chew on these blocks. I eventually want to replace these with wooden blocks, but right now this is what we had and we just got started, so that's what she's got for her blocks. She doesn't know how to use the shape sorter yet, but eventually she'll learn. Here she has a xylophone. Her big thing right now, she loves chewing on stuff, as I already said, so she loves to chew on this thing, but she does occasionally bang it, and she's kind of getting the idea that playing with things will make noises, so she has fun with that. Next cubby, we have a little basket, little treasure basket full of things from around the house, things that I've made for her. Let me take it down so you can see what's in here. This is actually like a little rubber silicone piece top to my tea dispenser, but she loves chewing on this, and it's all one solid piece, so there's no worry of her getting any small pieces off of it, so I always let her chew on that. I made this for her. This is a sensory bag filled with some hair gel that I dyed yellow, and I put some little yellow frogs that we found at the dollar store inside. It is reinforced around the edges with packing tape, and it is a freezer style kind, so it's really thick. But I do monitor her playing with this because she likes to chew on it sometimes, and she is getting teeth, so I don't want her to rip a hole in the bag. But for now, this is pretty safe for her to have, so she likes to play with those. I do rotate them out regularly. I have a couple of different kinds that I made, different colors, different things inside. This is just the one that we pulled out most recently. This is a little tube that I found at the dollar store. She's really into not only mouthing things, but different sounds right now. So this thing makes all kinds of fun noises when you pull it apart. And then when you squish it back together, it also makes a fun noise. And of course you can blow into the end of it and make all kinds of fun noises, and she just has a blast with this thing. She also likes when you stretch it out, just kind of whipping it around. This was her bubble wand. I cleaned it off. She likes to chew on this end of it. She is this right here. I think she is teething right now, so this might feel good for her. She has two of these. I think the other one's in her room, but I made this for her. This is a rainbow ribbon ring. She loves, loves, loves this thing. She especially loves when I run it through her fingers, and she likes to chew on the wooden part and the ribbons, but there's actually a really cool link on my blog that shows how to make one of these, and I made it myself. We have a couple different sensory bottles that I made for her. This one is just water filled with beads, pom-poms, and googly eyes. I have some that are colored with glitter. Again, we rotate these out just like we rotate out the little bags. And then I have a little soft bag that I found in my jewelry closet. And then I just put some little things in it that she thought was interesting. One of my silver bracelets and this little lanyard thing. She likes to play with those. Down here we have some books. She has a lot of books upstairs in her closet that we rotate out regularly. These just happen to be the five most recent books we got from the library. I do take her to the library every week, so she is very into touching things right now, as I said, so she's into touchy-feely books. So I picked out a couple of touchy-feely books for her. One really interesting contrast book. I thought that was kind of cool. And then she loves this peekaboo book. She likes, she's turning pages now. She's learning to turn pages, and she likes opening up the flaps on the insides of the books. But this one is fun because she's just learning how fun peekaboo is, and she gets to play peekaboo with other babies, so she loves it. And this cubby, this just has something that I saw an idea for on Pinterest, and I thought was really cute. It's just a regular like bread loaf pan that I've covered with a couple of rubber bands, and it's like a guitar. so she likes to play with the rubber bands and pull on them and feel the noises that they make and the vibrations. She thinks that's pretty neat. And then the last cubby is a little basket filled with balls. I'm working on my collection. Right now she has her sensory ball that she's been playing with since she was really little. And recently we got the little O ball. It shakes, it's got little rattles on the inside. And then this really fun ball that's like rubbery, kind of silicone material. And if she bangs it, which she's learning how to do right now, it lights up. So she really thinks this is a blast. And she likes pulling the basket out and playing with the different balls and chasing them around the room. She can't go very fast yet, but she's learning, and it is giving her motivation to practice crawling. So that's a fun basket to have. And then the last thing we have is her little stool. She's not using it yet, but I thought it was really cute. I saw it at HomeGoods, a little strawberry, and I thought when she's a little bit older, maybe when she starts learning to pull up, we can kind of use that as practice because it is very low to the ground. As you can see, it's lower than this bottom shelf here. And then, you know, when she's walking, she might be able to use it to sit on and whatnot. So I thought it was a cute addition to her playroom. Up here, we have her pictures and some plants. These are fake plants. I eventually want to replace this with a real plant. But right now, I'm kind of worried about her pulling things down or eating them. And so I figured a fake plant might be a safe way to go for now. But I thought they looked cute anyway. And then I have 3 picture frames that I put up. I opted for nature-based stuff, things that are real. So I found a really awesome vintage picture of a lavender plant, one of a ladybug, and one of a feather. And I just had them printed off at the UPS store since I don't have a color printer. And then I actually got these frames at the dollar store for $1 each. They look pretty cute. So I hung those up for her, and they are lower at eye level. They're just above her play toy shelf. They're not higher where you might normally hang pictures for adults, so they're at her eye level. Finally, we have her little mirror down here in the corner. It's not hung yet. It's going to be hung on that wall, and we'll move the curtains out of the way when that happens. But for now, she actually really enjoys it, how low it is, because she's still learning to army crawl. So this is much lower to the ground, and she can see herself. She likes to play in front of it sometimes. And then over here, this is not exactly 100% Montessori because it is battery operated, but she's had this since she was little, and I didn't really have the heart to get rid of it because she still plays with it. She loves kicking the little piano. It makes noises when you press on the keys, and it sings a little song. And it's got a couple of toys for her to play with. And in Montessori philosophy, they do encourage the use of activity gyms, which is what this is. And she loves to play with the things that are on here still. Now that she's learning to crawl, she'll crawl up to the side and pull on the toys and she'll reach really high for the ones that are a little bit above her head. So she still really likes it, and I didn't see a reason to get rid of it. And finally, because this room is on hardwood, I put down this play mat that's made of foam. They're little puzzle pieces. She is learning how to pull these off, so we have to be careful about that. But it's a much nicer surface for her in case she rolls over. She doesn't hit her head on the hardwood, and it's a comfortable surface for her. It is a little slippery with learning to crawl, but I think it's actually kind of helping in a way because she's able to pull herself along a little bit easier than when she's on the carpet. I also love how much natural light comes into this room. It is still kind of early on in the morning and the sun's moving around, but we've got the big window here right next to her playroom. Got a little window over here, and then we have another one further down at the end of the room here. So lots of natural light coming in here. We don't even have a light above it at all. We don't need one. So it's really, really nice that she has all of that natural light coming in while she's playing. We also rotate out all the things that are on these shelves pretty regularly. Like she has a whole bunch of stuffed animals upstairs that I pull out. Every time we rotate, I pick a different stuffed animal to stick there. Some of the things do stay, like her blocks, because she really likes those. But most of the other things we rotate. The books get rotated. The basket of balls, once we have a little bit more, I can start rotating those. Whatever's in this cubby, I try to rotate periodically just to like a totally different object. Right now it's that little homemade guitar. The treasure basket gets rotated all the time. The sound makers, I have a couple of different kinds upstairs that she's able to play with, so I do rotate those. And I guess her xylophone has been staying there a lot lately, but once we get some more musical instruments, I do plan to rotate out what type of musical instrument is in that cubby as well. Another thing I wanted to mention, right now she's a little bit short for the height of this shelf. She really can only get to the bottom shelf at this point, but once she starts pulling up, which is going to be very soon because she's already starting to learn to crawl, she'll be able to pull herself up on that part of the shelf to get to the toys that are on top. So right now, for her access to those things, I pull them down for her, or I've been helping her kind of learn to pull up, I guess. She grabs on and I help her stand up. She's pretty good at bearing weight on her legs, and then she pulls stuff off of the shelf and we sit back down and play with it. But once she is a little bit more mobile, this will be the perfect height for her. But for now, I put the things she plays with the most on the bottom, since that's the part that she has independent access to. So that's our Montessori style playroom. I'll leave links to all the things you see in this video down below in the description box. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.